How's everyone doing? Michael Superbacker, Shadow Cloud, and Epiphany. Foil rare, there was no foil rare Epiphany. Foil rares are approximately 1 in 40 packs. We got pretty unlucky. The 1 of 10 boxes that doesn't have a foil rare. Had it happen before, it just kind of sucks every single time. This is only my second ever box without a foil rare, too. Rough. Pretty rough, but hey, it happens. Somebody walked away with a Destiny pack, which is like, that's nice. So that's kind of cool for them. Hey, how you doing? We are in the after party in the car. Let me lower this heat a little loud. The motor's going. It should shut off soon and just be electric nation. Well, cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming by tonight. So yeah, it's been rough on the channel trying to fill box breaks and stuff. The interest has certainly dropped off. A lot of people who are only in it for when Magic is like exploding crazily and it seems like it can't go down. Um, a lot of those people got burnt on. They probably bought. They continued. See, the problem isn't that they bought and they made money because that's probably what drew them in. What the problem that happened was they bought in, made money without real fundamentals, and then bought in more and heavier, and then got burned, and now that's it. No more freaking Magic for them. But that type of thing happens, man. A lot of what was happening didn't have fundamentals behind it. I mean, revised and the dark popping the way they did, um, it just wasn't organic at all. It was very pushed and very artificial, those spikes. And they are traditionally the penny stocks of those reserve list stuff sets. So anyway, cheers everybody. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday night. I had a tumbling class with the baby first thing at 9 a.m. And of course, you know what that means. That means I'm sweating and running around and lifting the baby at 9 a.m. So that's fun. Um, yeah, it's been interesting. Look, Spider-Man is coming, everybody. I hope you're not spending money on AetherDrift and Tarkir, okay? Like this year's gonna get crazy. Final Fantasy Fire. I think the order in which they came out though is like Final Fantasy is gonna get purchased like crazy and attacked, right? And then Spider-Man people are gonna be recovering and probably won't have all that money. Uh, so anyway, so Spider-Man, I don't think it's gonna get bought as much as Final Fantasy. However, I think Spider-Man has more mass appeal. Okay, I'm not saying it's a better IP or whatever. I'm just saying it has more mass appeal. So if it has more mass appeal, it's kind of like Lord of the Rings versus Fallout. Both great IPs, both did well. However, look at Lord of the Rings. Tumbling class. Are there a lot of dads in the class? Uh, it's like 1/3 dads, something like that. Yeah, it's rough. Man, yeah, it's fun though. The kid is growing really freaking fast. I can't believe I had the baby after I started this channel. Oh my god. And like having two babies, guys. I was laying down in her bed, putting her down to sleep at 7:50 right before the stream. Oh, it was so close today. I just barely got her to sleep. It was a close one. I was like, "Oh god, sweating." I don't buy new Magic anymore. The art is soulless. I agree with that. I've sold a lot of my new Magic. Crazy how Pokemon is on the rise again. Some of those cards are expensive. Very true. Pokemon is like unstoppable. It's just like it paused to like take a breath, and like regroup, and now it's just going forward again. Um, so as far as new Magic, what I've been finding that I like to do recently is I sell all the regular frames, foil, not um, new Magic. I'm selling if it's not extended art, if it's not like a special treatment, if it's not a showcase, if it's not this, that, or the other thing, I'm selling it. I don't. I am not playing. When I play again, it will be pre-modern. It won't be modern Magic. So I'm not going to be playing these cards. So it's more of like a collecting thing, right? I don't want the regular frames. I don't care about the regular frames. I want the special versions. They were talking about all the different variations and variants in um on the other channel. Was it Cardboard Odysseys, Bob's channel? And you know, they have a point. You don't need 5 or 6 variants. I feel like you just need the base version to play with, and you need the supreme version, like the super freaking, and make the supreme version. That's kind of like how it should be. You should learn to play Pokemon now with the babies. I was thinking about where I'm gonna go with that. I have pictures of the cards with with the new one. I opened a couple of packs of War of the Spark Japanese, and I gave the baby all the commons and uncommons, and she was like throwing them down like she was playing. It was funny. I'm skipping new MTG basically. Cosmic. Um, to have a blanket statement like that though, like you should leave yourself open. There is some cool new stuff. I look, you never liked Jurassic Park. You don't like those Lost Caverns of Ixalan emblem cards. They're pretty cool. They're rare, like they're not serialized or anything like that. Hoping the OG Magic marker remains slow for a bit longer because I want to get a couple of things before it takes off again. Bro, you can get some good boxes that weren't available last year. Strange Clouds. Yeah, it's because the light is over here. Raichu Rachel. Yes. I don't know how many of your parents out there know Miss Rachel. She's a YouTube personality for kids who's super you know super popular. She's like a meme now. Yeah, millions of subscribers, hundreds of millions of views. Crazy. Anyway, my daughter, when she asked for her, she asked for Raichu, and it's awesome. I love it. The confetti foils are okay. That's one of my favorite subsets. See what I'm saying, guys? Like, I understand what you're saying about modern Magic. That not a lot of it is worthwhile to collect. However, the emblems from LCI, the confetti, and undoubtedly we'll see more. Yo, Prime, how you doing? Only thing is, if I had $1,000, just gonna bring myself to get a serialized card versus another time vault or sealed reserve list booster box. Okay, so I run into that Shadow Cloud at Card Kingdom. Um, and this last summer, I had a decent amount of credit. But what I found myself, only because I have a channel and I do box breaks, I found myself using the credit for sealed boxes. However, I had in my card till the very day I spent that credit, I had in my cart Ristic Study Confetti. I didn't get it, and now it's going up even more. But I did have it in my cart, and that, like, I do like the confetti cards myself. I feel like not only was that a cool effect, but like there's a strong subset. There's some good cards there. Also, it was rare, 2% of packs, meaning one every 4 boxes of Eldraine it's supposed to be. Um, yeah, so I like the confetti. I like the Lost Caverns of Ixalan emblems as well. And I have a feeling that Final Fantasy and Spider-Man will have some interesting subsets that are going to be valuable and rare. I know that Final Fantasy already has two chases in collector boxes. It's a serialized, and there's like a treatment that's only going to be in collector's boxes. So yeah, expect those to be expensive too. Fallout cards, look, Fallout card, it's Fallout. All those cards, just don't get rid of them. That's all. I'm not special sets like that. When I said I get rid of all the basic frames, I'm not getting rid of Fallout cards. I'm not getting rid of Lord of the Rings cards. Okay, just saying. Can't wait for the web foil. See, like I'm saying, Shadow God, you know that's what's gonna happen. And if it looks dope and it's a cool freaking subset of like really cool, really good reprints, you know, why not? I'm saying. So I guess what I'm trying to say, guys, is Blake freaking said it himself. Don't engage with the product that isn't for you. Not every set is gonna appeal to you, but there's some cool stuff out there still. And when there isn't cool stuff out there, just buy old stuff. Get in on a freaking box break, bro. And Epiphany, I don't know. You've been around for a million years. You like all the old school stuff. Why don't you get in on the box breaks? Like, you're crazy, man. My favorite card of the last 5 years was the Force of Will from original Double Masters. You see the video of the artist painting it with real paint and not a CGI? No, I did not, Epiphany, but I know what you're talking about. Talking about that extended art, right? The extended art from Double Masters 1. That was pretty nice. There's been a couple of pieces of art recently that were nice, but it's few and far between. Whereas you can open up a Nemesis box and every card has, you know, hand painted freaking art that has like flavor from the story of Magic in it. Like it's kind of crazy. Instead of like a couple of rat finks with like a pink background, you know what I mean? Like I don't know what that does. It's weird, this new set, AetherDrift. I find very little about it that is appealing to me personally. Yes, I don't feel the need to spend any more money than I have on it. And I brought 3 finish line bundles, and that is more than enough. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I bought a couple of blister packs too. Don't kill me for that. But Tarkir on Mox that is only for dragons. It's so niche. I mean, not that niche, but it's not that spectacular, guys. I find it very hard to get excited for that. Aside from the fact that it says Mox, and if you pull a serial to 500 Mox, it's gonna be 1 to 2 grand with all these individuals. So Edgar Markov, Ether Spark. Those are the first 2 cards that are like the the headliner, right? Where it's like this is our serialized card in this set, and it's special and it's expensive. Buy it because of that. Anyway, since they started this, there's only 2 cards now, and the the numbers show that the value is 1 to 2.5 grand, and 2.5 grand being when it first comes out, and more like $1,500 later on. Not that crazy, but I just find it interesting that they went from a whole freaking subsets of cards numbered to 500 to just 1 card numbered to 500. It's odd. I kind of liked how they did Lord of the Rings with a few more cards, but numbered to 100. And again, I can't state enough about how the March of the Machines, March of the Machine serialized cards, the Predators, how those with the unique art are actually different and special. If the card doesn't have unique art or a different treatment, I don't see it as being a long term. Any, okay. When I say I don't see it as being like a long term, like a something that holds value, what I mean is it may hold value, it may be all right, but there's other cards and other sets and other sealed stuff that's just gonna have a better trajectory faster. That's all. I'm not talking crap on anything else, just saying that there are other cards with better trajectories out there. With that being said, um, flea market is coming soon. Again, I want to get a second channel set up. I'm trying to get it set up before the flea market season. With the babies, it might be very difficult to happen. We're opening Judgment and Mercadian Masks coming up. Mercadian Masks being next, and then Judgment after that. I'm looking at Kamigawa Neon Dynasty was the best new Magic. Great theme, great art, interesting card mechanics. The basic lands were very nice. I agree. Were you saying you're doing something with Kylan? Yeah, that's coming up as well. This Thursday, I might be trying to do a like not like a trial stream, but like like a working out the bug stream where he's gonna set up his equipment and we're actually gonna get on together and see what's up, see what happens, see how it works, see how it looks, whatnot. Um, but yeah, that's coming up this week. I want to get him set up and going and like ripping packs for whoever wants to be part of that and opening Wilds of Eldraine and whatnot for confetti and whatnot or Kamigawa. Uh, I came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. There you go. You know it. Gotta agree, Kamigawa is awesome, although I haven't been excited about anything since Master 1 set that's given vintage players any excitement. I agree about that. That vintage people, there's not a lot to be excited for. However, again, I look for stuff like that reminds me of masterpieces, okay? So, confetti and the emblems kind of remind me of that, you know, like that old school '90s ripping packs for a special subset, that's what that reminds me of. So I don't know. That's what I get excited for now. I don't get excited for AetherDrift though. It just doesn't look great. All that washed out yellow. It's not even gold, guys. It's yellow. I don't understand it. It's like it's like a looking through freaking pee or or like yellow Gatorade. It's strange, man. Strange. I don't like. It's all right. Whatever. Some people are into it. Not for me. Um. Yeah. That art style. The whole gross out '90s art style. I like. There's a reason we don't do it anymore. Like sharks and mad balls. Did you have mad balls? I have some in my basement still. Anyway, I I like the art styles that's coming in Final Fantasy though, where you have the character cards like that's very clearly out of the games, right? And then like as if it was in the manual, like the guidebook that was always in the front of the game. Like you're looking or reading at the characters. That's what it looks like. And those are cool. The other cards, which is like reprint cards, like Ancient Copper Dragon is being reprinted, but in the skin of Final Fantasy. Clem E. Hands from Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah, freaking Garbage Pail Kids. But yeah, so Final Fantasy has like what I'm trying to say is like the subset art, the first place foils in Aetherdrift weren't that great looking. Final Fantasy has some good looking stuff, and we'll see what Marvel has. That is yet to be seen. I'm not gonna make any call on that. However, if they screw that up, like come on. No idea, and I assume you're gonna tell me. So, anyway, that's my views on the modern stuff, guys. You know I open old stuff because nothing can really mess with it, and it's just awesome. Bro, got a bounce. Dinner time. Wish I could stay. Live session on my favorite. One of the few live sessions to interact with your viewers. No doubt, bro. Thanks for coming by, Aaron. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, man. From Stargate. That's from Stargate. Man, how long has it been since I've seen Stargate? Booney Way. Talking about the Milky Way bar, right? Or what bar? Is it Milky Way, right? Oh, SG1. Okay. I never watched SG1. I only watched the movie. You guys are funny, man. But yeah, what a great movie from the 90s. Like that was cool, man. Kurt Russell. What an actor. Freaking yeah, you guys know I like Kurt Russell. Big Trouble in Little China, man. Go up, old. All right. Alien from Stargate SG1. I learned something tonight. Hey, did you guys know? Has any of you read? Okay. You've seen The Martian. Have you seen that movie? Yes. Let me know with Matt Damon. If you have, let me know. Good movie. And if you've seen it, have you read the book? I guess that could have been seen coming. So people really hate AetherDrift. I wouldn't say hate it. It's just not replicator. Yeah, I got some babies. Okay, indeed. So Shadow Cloud, you've seen The Martian and or read the book as well. So that author, Andy Weir, has another book. I read it. It's great. It's called The Hail Mary Project. It's just as good, if not better, and it's a little bit more interesting subject matter, I think, to me anyway. Anyway, I think it's coming out soon, and I'm looking forward to that. And there's not many movies that I can say I look forward to, um, before they're coming out. So that's cool. But am I missing stuff? Like, are there movies coming out that I'm unaware of that I should be aware of? Like, I'm always worried about that. Are the ships of your world a formidable craft? 1993 time tracks. You guys, man. Yes, the Hail Mary Project. Good book. And I believe it's gonna star Gosling. That Skywalker tonight. Very lovely. And what is everybody smoking brand wise, by the way? I don't even know what I'm smoking, but it's pretty good. I got it like 2 days ago. My buddy sent it to me. Fandango gift card. There you go. Time Cop. Oh, that's another good movie. Oh, cheesy 90s movies with these actors. What good stuff. Definitely good stuff. That's a bad dab. I actually have a sealed copy of Time Cop. I don't know why. Wild Biscotti. There he is. Thanks for letting me know. Definitely sliders about alternate dimensions. What an awesome show. That had very 90s actor. That guy. He's in Can't Hardly Wait, that movie. Sweetest Thing is a good film. Hmm. I don't know. What is that out right now? I have no idea, King Nightmare. Yeah, the '90s, man. I miss the '90s. I was talking about this with my wife. You know, it's a real goddamn shame is that there's no KB toys, right? Like, you remember being in KB toys as a kid with all like it's got the red color everywhere and like the close aisle just packed in with toys and everywhere you go it's all toys like and there was like sections for different toys. It was very cool, right? Or like, do you remember like going to Macy's or Sears and they would have the electronics section, and in the electronics section you'd have the like Nintendo wall or a Nintendo case with the boxes hanging on. It's freaking good stuff to be able to go to and like play um you know play the games on the sample machine. Yes, Jerry O'Connell. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The sweetest thing is from the '90s. Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I don't know if I saw it. I'll have to look at it. I'll have to check it out. But I do miss the '90s and all that retail arcology type crap. Like. But let me say this: there are a lot of dead malls that have died due to pressures from the interwebs and the Zon. But but some malls are coming back. They're extremely popular with the youth, and that's what you need, right? And yeah, like I think there is a place for malls, but I think the idea has to evolve, right? Like, I have a problem with malls though. They don't have arcades anymore, or these malls are shit, man. It's all these Fruit Ninja on just a big screen, and it's like, these games have no soul, man. What happened to the cabinets? You know what I mean? BB guns and service merchandise coming out of the rollers. Oh my gosh. John Rhys Davies was in the Indiana Jones movies too. Really? Huh. I love the Indiana Jones movies, man. I grew up on that. Who is my favorite Doctor? Doctor Who is one I never got into, and the only reason I didn't get into it was because by the time I found out about it, I found out how much there was behind it, and at the time I was into like Naruto and other anime, so getting into a whole thing, I decided not to. My other favorite high school show from the '90s, Bruce Campbell starring as The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. '93. I know the name, but I didn't watch that. I wasn't into like Western stuff. And yeah, Bruce Campbell, man, that freaking guy. You know, not a big fan of what was his freaking movies. You know what I'm talking about. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver on PS1, my number one game of all time. Highly underrated. Very fun game. And I don't know anyone who's ever said that that's a bad game, especially back in the day. Like, it was good stuff. PS1, though. Good time. My number one game of all time. Oh, boy. That's hard to say. I mean, I still love stuff like Metroid and Zelda original, but I do like stuff like StarCraft and Diablo. So I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot of games that I love. Fallout series, and God, I loved Titanfall. I don't know what to tell you about it. Like, Titanfall, great game for Xbox. Kind of sad that they haven't made a Titanfall 3. Um, if you haven't played that, very fun. Good idea on the like way that it worked. Tomb Raider PS1, another good game. Micro Machines V3 4 player. Gradius on Nintendo. there was a time when I played. I don't know if you guys ever played the Grid in the arcade. It was like this green machine that was connected, and you and your buddies can play, and you can do a pods of 4 on it. It's just a first-person shooter in a tight arena, and boy, my buddy and I, we would play. We would go to the mall at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. There's nobody there, but it was open, and the arcade was open. That's why the mall was open, and yeah, it was a great place to smoke a little ganja and play some games. Yeah, fun times. I remember that we used to freaking play. Oh my god, we would play that game to death. What a great game! Metal Gear Solid. Ooh, that's a great game too. What was the freaking guy? Mantis, something Mantis, right? Psycho Mantis. Is that who the bad guy was? But yeah, those were good times. Nowadays, games are super advanced, but there aren't many games that have that like soul to them. You know what I mean? Like Fallout had soul. The original one, two tactics. Yeah, Golden Eye 64, great game. Played it a lot. I never had a 60 N64, but whenever I went over to somebody's who had it, that was what we were playing. Mario Kart on Super Nintendo. Me and Pete played the shit out of that. That was a good time. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. When you figured out that you could like jump over barriers and shit in Mario Kart, oh boy, it opened up that whole game. I just loved how back in the day for Nintendo and Super Nintendo, like you had to wait for Nintendo Power to say something about it for you to figure out some like uh way around. Got a couple of Jurassic emblems on my TCG link. Ah, thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. It really does. Like I said, revenue has been down for the channel, not only for Patreon, but for ads. All of it, views are down, especially the affiliate link. And like, that's what I used to do that's what I used to freaking, to make my pins and stuff. And I just, I haven't had the revenue to be able to do it. Uh, I'm not gonna show that. I don't know what that means. Okay, all right. Yeah, I was gonna say, Coach, seems sus. Anyway, guys, I'm finishing my bowl. Uh, I don't think there's anything else. I'm trying to think. I know there's been a lot of stuff happening recently. I'm also doing grading on the channel. On for freaking my Patreon, but I can't really think of any other stuff right now. Psycho Mantis could read your mind, so it would kill you every time. So you had to unplug your controller. Yeah, yeah, and you had to put in the second one, right? Yeah, it's kind of crazy that they did that. Thank you, Coach. That's why you have the wrench. You're getting right to it. Yeah, I mean, times like that, you miss like Bert. Deal with the devil, you know what I mean? Instead of like a new wacko. Freaking Bert Legion, man, what a character. But yeah, that was a good time, Epiphany. Good games. But yeah, as far as the channel, like I said, Mercadian Master Break coming up for the patrons. We're gonna be adjusting the Patreon levels to reflect the grading and rip and ship nature of additions like services that are going to be happening soon on my channel and my Patreon. And so yeah, like there's going to be some adjustments in those in that stuff. Otherwise, Mercadian Mass Judgment, trying to do that type of, hey, Bob showed up. Shadowcat, hope Brute is doing well, him and his wife. I can't even Bert, man. Yeah, so grading and rip and ship stuff will be reflected in the Patreon. What else? There's gonna be more content, more modern stuff coming on top of what we do already. What else? Brandon R1. Oh, Bob Kraken Magic. Wow, it's been a while, huh, Bob? Um, oh, Atlanta. If you're trying to go to MagicCon this year, try to go to Atlanta. That's the one I'll be able to make if I can make any. Um, yeah, we were cracking packs too. We cracked Nemesis. Yeah, Epiphany. And the art, again, excellent. It's also got some good foil commons and uncommons. Yeah, Michael Superbacker pulled a good card. Like he just said it, Force of Will. Alliances. Um, the Nemesis box was weak. No good foils. No foil rare. Happens, but it sucks when it does. But that being said, Brandon R won the Urza's Destiny pack. I'm trying to think if there's any more stuff that's like updates. Yeah, other than that, I can't think of anything, guys. Oh, really? Were you opening? But what packs were you opening? That's kind of funny. That's that's strange. What set? What set? I'm curious. That's pretty funny, Bob. So I covered what's happening with the Patreon and channel. Atlanta, Dominator Remastered. Okay, no doubt. But yeah, I can't think of any other stuff, guys. My bowl is tapped out. I'm tapped out. Like I said, I woke up 6 a.m. to because the baby came in the room and said hi. Um, and then I had to take her to tumbling class, so it's been quite the day, a long day for this man. So I'm gonna call it here. Thank you all for coming by. I really appreciate it. Did not pull any tutors. That is strange. Hey, misprint foils with the shifted star from Nemesis. No, no, it wasn't. It was type 1 foils, not type 2. Although you're right, I should really look closer. I only glanced at that at the first one, and maybe there's more. Maybe like the uncommon sheet or something. I'm gonna take a better look, but I don't think so. Um, that would change everything. Uh, all right, peace out, guys. Later. If I could